Round number 2 of the NCAA Division III Women's Basketball Championship. Host Messiah welcoming in the Eastern Connecticut State Warriors, and Coach Denise Beerley looking for another trip back to the Sweet 16. Of course, Messiah, they come in with a 30-game home winning streak dating all the way back to November of 2018. And then Eastern, on the other end of things, comes with a 14-1 record away from home this season. And Ryan, it was Anna Berry picking right up where she left off last night.
Yeah, Anna Berry had a big performance against St. John Fisher at 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 blocks, making already a big difference in the beginning of the first.
And it was a big run for Eastern in the beginning of this game, an 8-1 run they went on, thanks to Maya Villard inside off a nice pass from Patella. And there's Berry in semi-transition, able to get one to go with the left hand, finishing with both hands. We've seen her do it all year long.
Yeah, Anna Berry just absolutely executing perfectly in the first half. She gets another great layup off that pass from Lizzie Bertella.
She had herself a big first quarter. It seemed like Messiah had really no answer for her in the opening stages of this contest. But then offensively in that first quarter, it was Elena Eckley who was the answer for Messiah.
Yeah, the Falcons started to get settled in their offense now. This centered around Elena Eckley. She's going to drain many threes from downtown.
And she would finish with 6 of the 9 Messiah points in that first quarter. It was a 12-9 lead Eastern after 1. And here's Berry. She's able to slip past inside for an easy right-handed layup.
Yeah, she's able to get that one with relative ease. And Davis able to get a nice jump shot there.
Davis, she had herself a pretty big night for Messiah. And then Mariah Dunn, off of her own miss, is able to get it. And then gets her own miss once again, is able to put it back up. Some foul trouble called Dunn on in the early stages of this game, and she played huge.
Yeah, that next man up mentality certainly worked for the Warriors. As Dunn had 6 points and got that nice layup there.
Another player off the bench, a good spark was Sabrina Lemire. As she came in relief, had a nice lefty layup there, as Eastern with some good sparks off the bench. And then check out this play at the end of the first half. Danielle O'Brien going to foul Elena Eckley here, about 80 feet from the basket. Maybe a bit of a flop there, but nonetheless, Messiah would go in with a 25-24 lead at the half. Berry with 12 and Eckley with 10, carrying the workload for both of their teams. Now going into this second half, Eastern trying to keep things momentum-wise going their way. And Keckler, she was trying to get things done as well.
Yeah, the Warriors making some halftime adjustments. Keckler being more aggressive, driving in, getting the basket, and one.
Nice play there from Keckler. She's hyped up, and very deserving so of that. A nice take going in amongst the trees. And then there's Leah Springer. She had herself a quiet first half, but then was able to come back and have a couple of nice plays early in that second half.
And you see Eckley fighting to get that basket. Falcons kept on fighting throughout this entire game.
There's Eckley once again. She was a problem for Eastern Connecticut throughout most of this game. But another problem on the other end of the floor was number 24 in blue, Anna Berry.
Yeah, Anna Berry continuing to go off throughout this game.
And 1-point lead for Eastern going into the fourth. Here's a jumper from Patella. That'll extend the lead to 5 with just a few minutes left in this contest, and that would warrant a timeout from Messiah.
Lizzie Bertella getting her first points of the game. They're off that very deep too.
And then a big play in this game, Keckler trying to back down in the post there, but she's going to pick up her 5th personal foul, and that would send her to the bench for disqualification with 5 personal fouls. So the starting point guard for this Eastern Connecticut State team going to have to sit out the final 5 minutes of this game.
That's certainly big, and the Falcons want to take advantage of that, and they certainly do.
And they certainly do there. Leah Springer, she's going to hit a 3. Didn't hit many shots in this game. It was only 4 of 13, but hit them when they meant the most. And there's Davis once again, hiding behind that screen, is able to hit a big 3. And then probably another turning point in this game, some missed free throws from Maya Villard down the stretch. Made it tough for Eastern to keep the crowd out of this game. And then there's Springer once again. As I said, came up huge in big spots.
A great ball movement from the Falcons there. Able to find the hole in the Warriors defense. Springer knocks down a nice 2.
And then the capper of all things, there's Eckley. She's going to get a hoop plus the foul. A big play as her teammates hype. They can feel it that they're headed back to the Sweet 16s. We'll take another look.
Yeah, Eckley just driving, getting that basket over Danielle O'Brien. She's loving it. The crowd's loving it.
After a few free throws, it would end up being an 18-3 run for Messiah to end that game, as Eastern Connecticut would lose 60-50, ending their season in one of their best seasons in recent memory at 24-5.